Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm back with some more NF. A while ago I checked out Hope. I really loved that. And so I'm going to check out some more. The reason I've chose this one is purely because of the thumbnail of the garbage truck. Because it reminded me of something a friend used to say. That he said that when he was a kid, he used to want to be a bin man, a dust man, refuge collector, whatever you call it in the States, Canada and that. Anyway, he wanted to be a dustbin man because he thought they only worked one day a week, which I just always thought was hilarious. And so did he. He didn't end up being a bin man in the end. But anyway, NF, when I grow up.
When I grow up, I want to be a dentist.
When I grow up, I want to be a ballerina teacher.
When I grow up, I want to be a police officer.
When I grow up, I would like to be a veterinarian.
When I grow up, I'm going to be a flapper.
Be a what? Nice, just simple.
Yeah, when I grow up, you know what I wanna be? Take a seat, let me tell you my ridiculous dreams. I wanna rap, yeah, I know it's hard to believe. And I can tell you're already thinking I will never succeed, but I'm okay with it, I admit the lyrics are weak. I've been working on them, I'll be good eventually. I understand you gotta crawl before you get to your feet, but I've been running for a while, they ain't ready for me. I know this probably isn't really realistic, and honestly I might not ever make a difference, but that don't make a difference, I'ma have to risk it. I've been crunching numbers, you ain't gotta be a mathematician, and see the odds ain't rooting for me. I can't lie though, it's kinda how I like it to be the underdog. Yeah, you probably think you know what I mean, but what I'm saying is they ever push me, I'm gonna swing. Yeah, I could go to college getting down like everybody else, graduating, probably get a job that doesn't pay the bills. That don't make a lot of sense to me, forget the happy meals. I don't like the dollar menu, I would rather make a meal. Huh? Make a meal? No, I said make a meal. Home cooking, get the grill, how you want it, pretty.
It's really cool, man. It's really cool, and I can relate. I mean, musically, it's just the atmosphere. I said this in the last song. Atmospherically, what he creates is lovely, isn't it? You know, it just invokes feelings, the right kind of feelings for the subject matter, for the story he's telling. And I mean, man, I might start again and just try and unpack a couple of the thoughts that I'm having as this is going.
When I grow up, I want to be a dentist.
When I grow up, I want to be a ballerina teacher.
When I grow up, I want to be a police officer.
When I grow up, I would like to be a veterinarian.
When I grow up, I'm going to be a flapper.
Oh, rapper. I get it now.
Yeah, when I grow up, you know what I wanna be? Take a seat, let me tell you my ridiculous dreams. I wanna rap, yeah, I know it's hard to believe, and I can tell you're already thinking I will never succeed.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? I experienced a lot of that as well, you know, saying the things that I want to achieve, which I am still yet to, you know, but still believe wholeheartedly that I shall. Everyone thinks they're ridiculous, you know. Everyone wants to think you to be realistic, but you've got to follow, you know, you've got to follow what's in there, don't you? Because I think if you don't, misery just follows.
But I'm okay with it, I admit the lyrics are weak. I've been working on them, I'll be good eventually. I understand you gotta...
Exactly the same thing I had, you know, writing songs when I was younger, just knowing that they weren't really up to much, you know, they weren't really that good, but just thinking, eventually, I'm gonna be good.
Before you get to your feet, but I've been running for a while, they ain't ready for me. I know this probably isn't really realistic, and honestly I might not ever make a difference, but that don't make a difference, I'ma have to risk it. I've been crunching numbers, you ain't gotta be a mathematician, and see the odds ain't rooting for me. I can't lie though, it's kinda how I like it to be the underdog. Yeah, you probably think you know what I mean, but what I'm saying is they ever push me, I'm gonna swing. Yeah.
The underdog, it's I think it's always something I've thrived on, you know, and if people tell me I can't do something, it drives me on, you know, further. It's the fuel that I use for my fire. I mean, perhaps not so much in recent years, because all those people, you know, fell by the wayside, but I mean, it probably left me open to manipulation at some point as well.
I could go to college getting debt like everybody else. Graduating, probably get a job that doesn't pay the bills. That don't make a lot of sense to me, forget the Happy Meals. I don't like the dollar menu, I would rather make a meal, huh?
Yeah, exactly the same thoughts, man. People, I mean, I had friends, I suppose, that went to university and some were baffled that I wasn't interested in that, you know, and I was much more willing to roll the dice, you know, and see what happened, you know, and follow just the things that I wanted to do, because, you know, money isn't everything. Of course, now that I'm older, or getting older, still young relatively, for the time span that I'm planning to be on this planet in this form, you know, in this existence. Money is important, isn't it? Because it gives you security and it gives you freedom. But I don't suppose in your 20s and stuff, I don't suppose that matters too much, you know. It's better to experiment, isn't it, and get out there, you know. And could I have made better financial choices? Yeah, probably, but, you know, the wisdom that I feel that I've gathered up until this point, and the lessons that I've learned, it doesn't matter, you know. There's still time. There's always still time. It's never too late to be what you might have been.
Make a meal, no, I said make a meal. Home cooking, get the grill. How you want it? Pretty well. Everything I see is overdone to me. I'm not a dad, but I'ma get a record deal and say hello to Master Bill. I just wanna pay my bills, rapping about the way I feel. Oh yeah, I just wanna make a couple mil, leave it to the fam and the will. Oh yeah, I just wanna sign a record deal, maybe buy a house up in the hills. Oh yeah, might not be the best in my field, but I guarantee that I'ma die real when I grow up. Yeah.
That's an interesting point he raised at the start of that verse. I just want to rap about how I feel, and it took me a long time, I think, to realise those are the best songs, you know, or that for me personally, because some people write stories, don't they, you know, or about various things, but I think for me, being creative is largely a process of expressing how I feel, and it can be very, very cathartic.
Hey, when I grow up, yeah, hey. I'ma make them notice me, rhyming like it's poetry. Everything I oversee, I just like to overthink. Mocking me, you pay the fee, no returning, no receipts. Those of you that don't believe, quiet, you don't know a thing. Quiet when I'm trying to sing, quiet when I'm making beats, quiet when I'm trying to think. Sorry, I don't mean to scream, I just feel like no one really gets me, and it's sad to see, cause someday I'ma grow up and show all of you it's meant to be. Yeah, anybody wanna hear me rap? No. Come on, let me play a couple tracks. No. Come on, I can spit it really fast. No. You think I should throw this in the trash? No. Trick ya, haters go away before I hit ya. I am not a beggar or a kiss up. You don't understand, well I forgive ya. I am not a quitter, you ain't really think that, did ya? Maybe someday I could even be up on the radio, have a tour bus and maybe even play a couple shows. Everybody in the crowd singing every word I wrote, telling me that I am not the only one that feels alone. Huh? You feel alone? Yeah, I kinda feel alone. Wonder if the feeling ever goes away when you get old. Will I ever make it as an artist? I don't really know. Might not make a lot of dough, I'ma have to try it though. I just wanna pay my bills, rapping about the way I feel. Oh yeah, I just wanna make a couple mil, leave it to the fam and the will. Oh yeah, I just wanna sign a record deal, maybe buy a house up in the hills. Oh yeah, might not be the best in my field, but I guarantee that I'ma die real when I grow up. I just wanna pay my bills, rapping about the way I feel.
I think the showing people, you know, I'll show you, that's a good fuel early on, I think. I ran on that fuel. But now, I think perhaps it's because I've spent a few years studying acting, and that's really helped me to understand myself a lot better. That I'm only interested in the process now, you know. And although, you know, some level of fame or success or recognition, of course, would be lovely, it just comes back, I suppose, to being in the moment, doesn't it? I'm really enjoy what it speaks about, man. It's not only making me think, but I can just feel various, I don't know, emotions or feelings or thoughts or ideas, or I'm not even sure what a lot of them are, you know. But I feel something going on in here, you know, contemplating this stuff.
I just wanna pay my bills, rapping about the way I feel. Yeah, I just wanna make a couple mil, leave it to the fam in the world.
So this is like an escalation of wants, isn't it? You know, to begin with, you just wanna pay your bills, rapping about the way you feel. And then I guess, but it's natural, isn't it? You know, it's like it's not a cop out to want more, to strive for the next thing, you know, because there are only plateaus, aren't there? You know, on your journey, and you can't stay on them. You know, you have got to strive, because that's where positive emotion comes from, right? It is by having a goal, as far as I can tell, anyway. Positive emotion comes from working out what you want, having a goal, moving towards it incrementally. That's where. Is that where all positive emotion comes from? Perhaps not, because there's positive emotion in love and connection and understanding and all that as well, isn't there?
I just wanna sign a record deal, maybe buy a house up in the hills. Yeah, I might not be the best in my field, but I guarantee that I'ma die real when I grow up.
But yeah, he made it, man. You know, he made it. Does that make you happy? Making it briefly, I suppose, doesn't it? But cool to see, man. Cool to see. Cool to ponder. Cool to think about. Was there something on his face then at the end? Was that something I missed? Is that a reference to another video or something? But yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool. Let me know what to check out next from NF. Thanks for joining me, guys. Lots of love. Take care of yourself. Have a good week and all that. See you soon.